So I was scrolling on Twitter, X, whatever people want to call it nowadays, and I came across this post. And it led me down a series of thoughts that I want to share with y'all about child-free men and how different the treatment is between child-free men and child-free women. So let's discuss. Also, hi, for those of you who are new here, my name is Shayna. I am joyfully child-free. I'm also a journalist. I talk a lot about child-free living, decentering men on here, and then I write about a bunch of other stuff when it comes to my tippity typing journalism. So if any of that sounds like a vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's dive in. So we're just going to start off with reading this post, right? So it says, I'm already a tired guy. I don't want to be a tired dad, particularly bringing new life into the context of my life. There's a heavy burden there, Andrew Garfield, on the possibility of being a dad. And then this creator says, not wanting kids because you're sleepy is so real. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, that is more than enough of a reason to be like, you know what? I don't think I want to spawn. I'm tired right now. But in thinking about this, I was like, wait a minute. And a lot of the comments that I saw about this post were very supportive of Andrew Garfield. And it reminded me of this. Do y'all remember when John Cena went on Club Shay Shay? Hold up, there's a mosquito. I swear to God, the mosquitoes in Spain are after me. It's fine. But okay, so this interview on Club Shay Shay with John Cena, I did not watch the whole thing, but I saw a bunch of these clips about how John Cena made a choice to be child free. And yeah, continue to forget this man's name, but he continues to be like, oh, well, have you ever oh, you're so successful, don't you want to da 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 da? But then John Cena just says, no, I'm not interested in that. I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying my wife. I'm enjoying my I'm not. And then it was just left alone. And then most of the responses that came from that were like, wow, it's good to hear. This is a good thing to hear from men that have thought about what they want with their life, long-term decisions, plans, have that kind of concreteness of okay, yeah, I have made my choice. Good for you, John Cena. Tip the metaphorical hat to you. That's not the experience of women. I'm just going to talk about what this looks like between me and my younger brother. So my younger brother, he's about 28 right now, and he's been in a long-term relationship, met his girlfriend, she's precious, and there's been some Tyler has been saying for a very long time that he's like, I don't want kids. I don't want kids. Now, do I remember some other conversations coming up relatively recently? Maybe, but that's not my thing to say. Not my thing to say. When I say relatively, I haven't been in the US for a minute. But anyway, we're moving forward. Here is the difference though, not just in the here and now, but what it's looked like over the years and me consistently being like, I really like kids, but I really like other people's kids. I don't see this for me. Let's talk about me first then, since I've already introduced myself to this. So what people tend to do in response to that, regardless of age range, regardless of gender, oh my God, Shayna, you know what? You're gonna change your mind when you meet the right guy. Oh, Shayna, just give it some time. Oh, but Shayna, you'd be such a good mom. You're so good with kids. Oh, Shayna, you know what? You don't need to do that right now, because clearly you're really enjoying your life. But when you want to settle down, we know. And after a while, I get sick of repeating myself. So I just go, all right. And then I stop talking. Because no matter what I say, people that engage with me with that preset notion of she should be a mom have already decided, oh, she should be a mom. Now listen, when I love kids. I adore kids. I adore kids so much that I don't want to have kids because I am what? A baby myself. I need to be taken care of. I deserve to be taken care of. And I don't want to take it. No. Anyway, but I've worked with kids for so much of my life. I did the babysitting thing. I've done the mentor thing. I'm still a mentor now. I grew up in the church, so I did the VBS. I lived it, and then as soon as I graduated out of it, I started doing camp counseling for what I live around children. And I love living around other people's children, but here's the kicker. My little brother's been doing the exact same thing with me, same trajectory. Same trajectory. He hasn't done as much mentoring at this point, but I think his job kind of takes up a lot of that space. But he has in the past when it came to all of the camps that we were camp counselors for, facilitators for, organizers for. He was there too. People are like, oh, Tyler, you're so great with kids. Oh, Tyler, they love you so much. And then when he goes, oh, yeah, I don't really think that I want to have kids. It's not really something that I'm trying. You know what, Tyler? That's good for you. Keep working on your career. I don't hear people asking him over and over again once he says that. He says it, they take a moment, they accept, they move on to another topic of conversation. Me? Repeat. It's like they literally forget that they've already imposed their ideas about what I should do with my uterus and reintroduce it upon seeing me again. It's like, oh, she changed her hair. She probably didn't. Or they're like, oh, I didn't like the answer that she gave me, so I'm going to actively forget about what she told me, and I'm going to come back because clearly we have to do this again. That's my experience. Please share yours in the comment section. But I also want to share a couple of thoughts that I have about being sleepy is like reason enough to not want kids, because I have some other equally justified reasons for not having kids. So we're going to refer to my handy dandy notebook for this. Yes, being too tired, 10 out of 10. Also being too delicate. Me, I'm too delicate to have kids. I'm too delicate to raise kids. I'm too delicate to facilitate the emotional wellness, well-being, growth of another human being. Why? Because fragile, me. I want people to realize that. So there is that. Oh, I don't know why I was going to pause. Let's continue. Another reason to be child-free is if you've just got to dance. Sometimes you just got to dance. And you can't just dance when there's kids there. Like, sure, you can dance in the house, but if you're like, oh my God, I got to dance. There's a kid there. It's like, man, this is really, I can't dance the way I need to dance. Like I need to back something heavy up in the club, but I got this baby here. Oh, and they got homework due tomorrow, and sometimes you just gotta dance. So I think that it's also justified to tell people when they're like, oh, hey, why don't you want kids? And you just say, because I gotta dance. Justified. Next, too busy breathing. It takes up my entire schedule. It takes up so much time, so much space in my body, in my lungs. And when people say I can't breathe, when I don't know where my kids are, I can't breathe because of it's a full-time job. I have to be able to keep breathing. So I'm busy. I'm sorry. I think that is also justified. Moving on. I'm self-obsessed. Now, I think that a lot of people hear that. And yes, it can show up in a lot of people in a lot of situations in more of a negative circumstance where it's like, oh, I don't really consider the community or the collective. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I really like for my attention to be on my life. And I think that that's enough. And for the people that understand that nuance, great. For the people that don't, listen, what are you gonna do? And then the last one is I don't drink enough water. I should be drinking more water. And listen, I'm working on it. But if I'm too dehydrated to have kids. And I think that, once again, I don't think these need more explanation. I think that you understand what I'm saying, and they probably don't, which makes me giggle. And that's it. So please share your thoughts away in the comment section. And I will talk to you all later. All right. Stay safe out there.